Good evening, good evening. Hello there, beautiful celestial alchemists. Kel Gunter here with your 13 signs sidereal astrology update for the week commencing the 22nd of March. If you are new to my YouTube channel or my world, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please say hello in the comments. Or if you have a question, if we've not met, I'm a 13 sign sidereal astrologer. I'm also a life coach. I use astrology and intuitive intelligence to help you clarify, clear, attune, shift, and amplify your mission and vision this lifetime. And in particular, I want to get you to a place where you feel bliss and you've got this deep, deep freedom to shine your message and your voice, your expression into the world, and you get to live the life that you desire to live, or perhaps create the business that you want to create. And astrology can help you do that. Why 13 sign sidereal astrology? Why is it different to tropical astrology? You might not even know that. You might not know the difference. So with 13 sign sidereal astrology, I am using the basis of astronomy. So we perceive the planets on the place in which we reside on the planet. So I can look up in the night sky and I can see where the planets are with reference to the stars. Tropical astrology does not do that. It has fixed the Earth is still, and the planets revolve around the Earth. We have found that through astronomy to be incorrect. We are part of a heliocentric system where we revolve around the star, and we have a wobble. Everything wobbles essentially. Nothing's still, everything's moving. And of course, nothing's exactly precise, but using the elements of astronomy, we can have a better observation of what's going on around us in the sky at any particular point in time. What is soul service astrology? Soul service astrology is the astrology of the astronomy. The astronomy is the calculations and the information in relation to our solar system and the physical universe. The astrology is the archetypal energy that humans can derive meaning from, and it can impact their lives, either amplifying it or apparently tearing it down. But the planets don't do it to us. We are having an experience here. We are allowed to use this energy to have a different experience or to amplify the one that we're having. So that's soul service astrology. Okay, let's get into what's going on in the skies this week. Excuse me as I just get my journal sorted. Okay, so today we have Saturn is trine Mars. Saturn is still in Capricorn and will be for the rest of the year. Mars is in Taurus. Saturn has the archetype of the queen or the king, and in Capricorn, it will express as the leader. So really, we're being called to step into our leadership. We're being called to embrace our mastery at whatever level we're at and step into being a leader here on Earth, because they're both Earth signs. Both of these planets are in Earth signs. So this is not some whimsical, subtle, for want of a better word, woo-woo thing. This is your mastery here on Earth, stepping into leadership, consolidating your knowledge. And I've said this all year. 2021 is about consolidating. Consolidate what you know right now, doesn't matter where you are on your life's journey, and start to lead from that place, building your empire. Now, with Mars in Taurus and it forming a really nice link, so the aspect is a trine, and that has the energy of flow. So the idea is it's easy to take action, be concentrated and focused, and towards what it is, that empire that we want to create here on this earthly plane, as long as it's aligned, and this suggests that it is, and it doesn't matter how big it is, right? It doesn't matter. If you want to be the best stay-at-home parent on the planet, that's your empire. Go all in, consolidate that. I've shifted my life around compared to 4.5 months ago The main point of focus for me had to be my professional scientific job. It is now at the bottom because it's making its way out. I wanted this to be number one. It is now, of course, my family is number one, and that had to shift. I had to stop commuting so much and working so much in that career. I'm now focused on my family, my intimate relationship, this business, and then a little bit of that. So you can flip it. Take some action. Make sure that it's in alignment with where you want to see your empire growing, and become the expert and the leader in your field, whatever it is you do. Right, so that's today. Tomorrow, so that'll hang around for a little bit because Saturn doesn't move very fast. So I use a 3-degree orb with the aspects. I don't use 7 or 8 degrees, because if we use 7 or 8 degrees with the transiting planets, it goes for a very long time. It's better to use a much smaller degree of orb when we're looking at the transiting planets and deriving meaning from that in relation to our experience right now. So how do I use this? Like today, for example, I reflected on that aspect and I realized why I did what I did over the weekend, and why what I'm planning to do over the next 10 days fits with that astrology. So I do want to get my message out there. I want to have more audience growth. I want people to see me in my leadership role, see me as an astrology expert, 13 sign and soul service astrology expert, and also as an expert that someone can help them have a better life, a better business, and we can use astrology to do that. And I've established Planets on Purpose, which is a free event that I'm running between my Facebook page and Instagram, where I'll be sharing information about the planets and how they can be used on purpose to help you clarify and or amplify aspects of your life so that you can build the lifestyle of your dreams, or you can build the business of your dreams, or both. I love waving my hands around. I just love it. Okay, so that is what I reflected on today, and I'll show you where I did it. This is my little journal. See? I have to be expressive when I, write. It has to be pretty. So again, I can say that that's part of my natal chart, that I'm definitely using my archetypal energy to feel and shift beliefs about myself. And last week I had a major shift. And I'm feeling into that now. So that was Monday. Tuesday. So tomorrow we have Mars is square Mercury. Now, we just had Mars saying take action in relation to your expertness. Start stepping into your leadership role. Do you think the mind is gonna, like, if you are stepping outside your comfort zone with me asking you to do that, the first thing the mind will do and go, you're going to start sharing your message? What? No, that's scary. Hang on a minute. Boop, boop, boop. Throw up the beliefs that pull them back. Or better yet, Mercury is in Aquarius. Why not bombard the brain with all these amazing ideas and inspiration and all these things to do? And you sit there going, oh, hang on a minute, I was on a path and I was doing things, but now I've got all these amazing ideas and these visions and things, and maybe I should follow them. And you get off the path. Saturn wants us to consolidate, stay on the path. Mercury, the monkey mind, or ideas and inspiration, they're good. Just write them down and go, I'll come back to them later. Don't let the mind derail you. Now, they could be derailment through lots of ideas and inspiration, or it can be derailment through shitty beliefs about ourselves. Now, if you're a visionary operating in shadow, you're probably going to be poo-pooing yourself. Nobody cares, nobody interested, I can't make any change, it's just me, my message is so big, but nobody's listening. They're the kinds of beliefs that could be thrown up tomorrow. So prepare yourself. Make sure that you know what you're doing, and depending on what happens during your day, make notes. Notes are fine. You can come back to ideas and inspiration later, and the notes can be also spoken into your phone or something like that. Or if you need to clear a belief, use gratitude. Gratitude practice, number one, go to calm the mind down. Now, Wednesday, there's not any major aspects, so I'm not going to talk about Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm going to talk about. So Thursday, the North Node is conjunct Mars. So this is very interesting, and this begins, it's going to spend some time here. So the North Node is, I would typically use a Sanskrit word to describe it. It's our Dharma. The North Node is a fictional point of where the moon's nodes point. I can't really explain it very well. And Einstein said, if you can't explain something simply, then you don't understand it fully. So I have to work out how to describe what the nodes are, and I will get back to you on that. However, the North Node is an important point in astrology, and it describes essentially your soul's mission this lifetime. And the idea is it's the opposite to what your previous lifetime's actions have been. So those previous actions, you've done a lot, had a lot of consequences, and now you're doing the opposite. So the idea is you're pulling yourself out of your comfort zone of all those lifetimes and all that archetypal programming that you've had through time and space to do something completely different. So there is this call for our actions and our earth-based endeavors and our values and our alignments. Taurus is the architect. Mars is action and focus. So we're wanting to take action and focus to build our beautiful building, what it is that we're creating here on planet Earth. It is very material. It could be concrete. It doesn't necessarily need to be a house. It might be a course. It might be a program. It might be a business. It might be a career, whatever it is. And when it makes a conjunction with the North Node, is those actions are now imbued with a sense of mission and a deprogramming. So you might be taking actions now that feel really uncomfortable because they're the opposite to what you normally do. And so my suggestion is lean into that uncomfortableness. If you know you want to take an action, but it's something that you've not done before, it's something different, and your whole being is telling you, oh, I'm scared, this is wrong, just lean into it a little bit. Just take a little step. This transit is going to hang around for a bit, so you've got some time to work with it. A conjunction is emerging. So the merging of the energy of the focus, the action, the concentration. In Taurus, the expression is, well, that's towards building something, our mission. It's leaning into those uncomfortable edges. Perhaps it's deprogramming stuff that's happened to you in the past. Like, that's got to be a good thing. Yes, it feels fucking uncomfortable sometimes. So you can start to see there's a lot of Mars flavor this week. Starting to take action, making sure it's aligned with our values. It's aligned towards what it is, that beautiful creation that we want to create this lifetime. It doesn't matter if that changes over the lifetime. You might have multiple iterations, but what you want to create now. And the thing I want to note is, in relation to me talking about action, is all the planets are moving forward at the moment. Whereas the back end of last year, all of the planets were moving backwards. So we felt really discombobulated, really confused. There was lots of sifting, seeking, learning, confusion, doing things. Now, what the planets are suggesting is they're all moving forward. Mars is in a very stable, consistent expression, taking the steps, doing the things, staying focused, making sure it's aligned, it feels beautiful. There is that sense of feeling with Mars and Taurus, this feeling of, why not imbue what it is that you're doing and your focus and your concentration, your actions and your to-do lists with beauty, ease and space? Why the hell not? That's what I'm trying to do. Right, otherwise I'll be here all night talking. Friday, we have the Sun is conjunct Venus. Now, I've just learned recently that the Sun is conjunct Venus, with Venus on the inside of its rotation around the sun, only once every 8 years. So the sun is conjunct Venus, but it's on the far side of the sun. And it's in Pisces. So let's think about the archetypes, the 2 planets. So the sun is really how we shine. It's the artist, it's the performer, it's the real creative and the expressive. It's heart. You could refer to it as the priest or the priestess. Venus is in Anna or Ishtar, very skilled at journeying and descending into the other world and coming out again. But also Venus is the lover or the mother and the wife. There's all these archetypes that you can vibe in with. So there's this merging. Both planets are in Pisces. Pisces is the sign of the mystic. So our heart, our mother, our wife, 2 deep aspects of ourselves. It's that merging with the mystical self, the mystical expression of ourselves. Our inner lover being filled up by our mystical nature. So there is this expressing our spirituality, our mystical side, acknowledging that you want to come back into connection. And perhaps it really is allowing yourself to deeply connect with the inner lover, some self-love, expressing that inwards so that then you can shine it outwards as well. It's not a transit that will last very long. So this is a nice dose of ensuring that we are looking after ourselves, that we're reflecting back into ourselves, our inner lover, so that we can express outwards, and that interconnection and your intuition might be amplified over the next over those few days that it's transiting. So that's Friday. Okay, last one, Saturday. Saturday, we have what's called a T-square. So this is an aspect, this is a chart shape between multiple aspects. I'm going to talk about essentially what we've seen this week. So this is really a culmination where we get Mars and the North Node in conjunction. So that's mission, it's Earth-based action. That is at the apex of the T-square. So that's what we're aiming for. Earth-based action in relation to our mission. It may feel bloody uncomfortable. You're going to have the monkey mind there in alchemical Aquarius, visioning Aquarius. Perhaps it's throwing a rebellion. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this earth-based stuff. I don't want to focus. I want to follow all these beautiful visions and ideas and inspirations that I'm having. So you might have logical or mental rebellion. And there's a reason for that. The mind's going, oh, I'm scared of going that way, so I'm going to go this way. So that's the square between Mercury to that aspect. Then the other square from Mars and the North Node is to the Moon. So this is not a T-square that's going to last a long time. It will be only Saturday because the Moon moves quite rapidly. There's this heartfelt, dramatic emotions and feelings connected. So you might feel really emotional. And again, that is likely to be our subconscious in revolt. You can see that that's the mission that you want to go after. You know the actions that you need to take, and the monkey mind and the feeling mind just need to come into alignment. So how do we do this? The T-square can be a really tense feeling. So my suggestion is on Saturdays to try not to be doing any work. Make notes, write, journal, do the visioning, make sure that you're allowing your emotions to free and that you can express them properly. It might be in writing. You might have a really good friend on the line and have a rant with them. Maybe you have an amazing visioning session where you get down and you go, okay, this is really what I do. All right, Mercury can come in. I'm not taking any action today. I'm just vibing in with it all. So it's a bit like this beautiful mess. It's a mission mess, but so that then you can start to see, oh, okay, that stays, that goes, that stays, that goes. So that's Saturday. And that's this week's 13 sign sidereal energies. It's a lot, even though it's not a lot, it's a lot. And I certainly hope that you can vibe into them. Couple of things. If you want these daily celestial reminders, your best bet is to come and join me in my free Facebook group, Sidereal Stars. The link is at kellygunter.com, and that's below. Scroll to the bottom of the page and ask to join. I would love to have you there. You'll get these reminders daily with journal prompts. So you can journal or action prompts. I'm also running Planets on Purpose, which is running for the next 10 days. They're lives on Facebook and Instagram where you will learn how to use the planets to amplify your vision and mission into the world. And doesn't that fit with this week's stars? It does. So you can find the details on my Facebook page or my Instagram. And again, all those links can be found at kellygunter.com. If you join Sidereal Stars, all the videos will be put in there for you to catch up on, and some of the lives will end up there as well once I work out the tech, which is always the issue. Okay, have a beautiful evening and good night.